Michael Owusu-Addo, known professionally as Sarkodie, is a Ghanaian rapper and entrepreneur. His contributions to the Ghanaian music industry has earned him numerous accolades, including the Vodafone Ghana Music Award Artist of the Decade. He was announced the very first winner of BET's Best International Flow at 2019 BET Hip Hop Awards. I sat with him today on the Dentaa show to catch up from almost a decade and a half ago. Enjoy. But I could be at 20k. Is it what manner?
Yeah, for turning to we are trying to. That's not your dream to up the price.
You up the price. Sark, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
It's a blessing.
Listen, we haven't spoken for about over 10 years. When
That's
you
long,
first started.
Yeah.
My first interview with you was in Tema at KWA Studio. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
And at that time, you were slim.
Very.
And so was I. But you know, it's good to kind of catch up with you, just to kind of see what's been happening over the years. But first of all, I want to start with family. Sarkodie is a daddy.
Can we actually take a minute to thank God for the fact that, you know, we had an interview 10 years ago. We're still here doing, not to, you know, brag, but we're doing well.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
for ourselves. It's actually, when you said it right now, I'm thinking about it. That 10 years ago, we had a conversation, we spoke at the studio, and we are here. We're doing great things.
Yes.
Myself, you know,
I'm proud of you. I mean, you have kind of grown into something that, you know, sometimes people start out, you're not sure where they're gonna go, but you've just taken, you're like our #1 artist in Ghana. You recently won the BET Awards, and for me, on that platform alone, you just showcased your motherland perfectly and just encouraged everybody to come to Ghana.
Yeah.
How was the feeling like winning the BET?
That was great, especially for the category, because it stood for what Sarkodie, the brand Sarkodie stands for a very long time. You know, because it was a cautious decision to work on the flow, to be able to appeal to people who are non-Ghanaians. Yeah. So to get an award for something I believed in, you can imagine, you know, it's like something I believed in for a very long time, and finally I'm being recognized for what I believed in. So it was a great thing for me. It was a great night, and I felt, you know, super Ghanaian that day when I went on that stage. Though I was in the States, I just felt like I should represent my country. And it's a great platform to push, you know, my country. Yeah.
And how did you get to meet any of the stars there? Who did you connect with? Is there something that's going to be coming up with some of the, you know, big names that are out there?
Didn't really do too much of connecting, but, you know, almost everybody who was there, because we weren't sitting far from each other. Okay. But shouts to my brother Akon, who actually walked up to me after when I received the award, you know, came to congratulate, and then the fact that he saw this from way back and then it's happening as well. So he was really proud. After the award, I think I met Lil Jon, and he was talking about some schools he's building here. I had no idea.
He's been doing some schools here,
I had no idea, so he was talking about that. That was basically it. It was more, I really still wanted, though I was out there in the States, I still wanted to connect with my people. So we had a great time with Foresight TV, Ignis, you know, a few people that I met.
Okay. So let's talk about the music industry. I mean, when we look at the Burna Boys, the Wizkid, the Vidos, they seem to be taking America and Africa by storm. Yeah. But then when you look at, you know, our artists, who for me should be on the same type of level, we're not kind of there. What is happening with us as Ghanaian in our music?
There's a lot of factors that it's going to be hard to point just one thing, but a lot happens if you take Africa into consideration. You know, I like the fact that people are comparing, or right next to Nigeria they say Ghana. Though they'll be teasing us, it's a good thing because right after Nigeria is Ghana, but we're talking about Africa. Yeah. So you can imagine that there's a lot of artists in Africa who are not even an inch into it yet. True. You know, so right next to Nigeria, I would say Ghana is like the next. That's what the pressure is on Ghanaians. But it goes a long way. I wouldn't say it's just basically because of the music. It's a whole package that comes with it, from the country, you know, the numbers and how patriotic they are as a people, and the artists as an artist, it would be hard for me to give you the details as in what happens behind the scenes of music, you know, because it might come off a bit like they might take that wrong.
Okay.
But me being in the industry, I know decisions and moves to make that could get you on that next level. It's a decision you need to make. Are you ready for this or you're not ready for that? So mostly with Ghanaian artists, because we are super independent and most of us has never been signed, so it's really hard for us to not be independent. And sometimes that's the battle, you know, with it, because imagine me paying my staff for all these years and finally now I have to like give everything away and somebody to take control so that I can go to the next level. So it's a decision you need to make. But I know my people in Nigeria, they are very, you know, they'll go in, they really want to get this done, you know, so whatever that it takes, you know, they'll go in for it. But aside that, they're doing great music. There are a lot of things that happened that I was told in the beginning when I used to go to the States. I used to ask a lot of people like someone like Ebro. I had conversations with him way back, and he told me straight to my face, even before Afrobeat broke into the market, he told me that the reason we are not breaking is because we are coming individually, you know, and just Wiz can do it, just David can do it, just Bernard, just myself, just Stone can do it. So it has to be a movement. So let me say shouts to Nigerians. You know, they have done so well. It started from
they support each other.
Exactly. It started from the shows.
Yeah.
So when you're able to sell out the Garden, sell out the Wembley, sell out the O2, exactly. And guess what? If you go and check what it did, it wasn't the artists individually starting it. It was all the artists together.
Coming together,
and then they sold, got the data, and now they could do just Wiz, just David. So it's a planned thing that they got it figured out, and they are really into themselves. And the numbers coming out, you know, if you are a Sony or Universal, you see these numbers, you want to tap into it. And then who is leading it? It's the Nigerians, you know. So it's just a matter of time that we decide as Ghanaians or Togolese or whoever we are who want to follow up, if we have the hearts to follow up. You know, that's the conversation now.
So we'll get there. Are we going to get there?
We can get there. We can definitely get there. But me being in the music industry, that's what I'm saying, that there are things I can't really talk about.
Okay.
You know, I know what's happening, but it's dicey to have a conversation about it. But one thing I can say is thumbs up to Nigerians. They are go-getters. They'll make sure they get it done. And I don't have a problem having somebody that I know can execute and then pave the way for you to come. You know, I don't really. So sometimes most times I give it to Nigerians because they know how to break the door. What I can take from us is we know how to maintain. You know, for me doing this for this long, it's hard to find somebody out there in Nigeria. You know, maybe just the legend Take Two-Face out, but with the new ones. It's hard to find somebody who keeps it
constant.
Exactly.
Consistent.
For a Ghanaian, we know how to do that. We know how to keep it. It's slow but sure. So it would definitely be good in let me say few years.
Do you think in Ghana we have a lot of beefs?
A lot. No. But there are some beefs.
Are you and Shatta okay?
As in like friends?
Yeah.
At this point, I can label what we have as friends. There's definitely a misunderstanding, you know, that we need to go past, but we haven't. We haven't yet.
So you're not like how he's, you know, made up with Stone Boy and they're now like best friends. It's not like that at the moment.
No, with me, it has to be real. I'm not really into the showbiz thing. You know, let's hack for the camera and all that. I don't do that. It has to be real, you know, because I really don't have people that are connected in the industry that much. So if I open up a little bit, that means I really want to be close, you know, and it has to be genuine. So if it's not and it has to be on the showbiz, then I'm not really, then we can keep it like that, you know. So I'm not really doing anything for the camera. It has to be real. Real.
So let's talk about, you know, when you went to the US and you sold out the Apollo.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of artists' dream to be able to do that. How was the feeling like being able to achieve that?
To be honest, I had doubts in the beginning. I would say shouts to my boy Terry in New Jersey. He came up with the idea, and I don't know what he saw that made him want to challenge himself at that point. And actually going back in history, let's take the old people out in our generation, both Nigeria and Ghana. That was the first major, like, proper concert.
Absolutely.
You know, from out here in Africa. And that's one thing that I think Ghanaians should try to learn and hold on to, you know, because we just let it slide, right? You know, I think I saw on the BET page on Instagram, and then they posted Burna Boy, and they said the first Afrobeat artist to sell out the Apollo. You know, and then my guy got mad, DM'd them, and then they changed it.
Good.
You know? You see, so, but I don't blame them because we don't make too much noise about the stuff that we do. We have to, you know, with the media and everything. Any little thing that the Nigerians do, they really
hype it up.
exactly. And then Ghanaians are supposed to do that. You know, we like to criticize in front of everybody, and then we lose it. Azonto came, everybody was like, we are tired, it's too much, and this and that, and people took it, and then we didn't get anything out of it. You know, so we have to be in that position where we need to hold on to what we do. You know, so that was a great night. I was a bit scared at the getting close to the main date. I think like 2 or 3 days. The place, I think, takes around 1,000 something to I think close to 2,000.
2,000, yeah.
And on like 2 days to the show, I had sold 400. So
You're
I called.
thinking, oh my
yeah.
this is not gonna happen.
So I called my guy Terry. I'm like, listen, I know we put in a lot of work, but it
Are
has
you
to
sure?
look good. Yes, are you sure? Let's cancel this, because the thing is, we're coming out of pocket. There was no sponsorship. So I was like, for me to fly all the way, fly all these people come, and if it's going to be these numbers, let's refund the numbers. And he said, oh, you at least let's just do it. You know, I got there, we went for sound check, and sound check I couldn't go back to the hotel to change. I had to change backstage.
Okay.
And I saw a couple of, like, you know, these white people always on time, you know, around 6 they were like in the front row, sitting down. Then after some time, you know, I think Kwakesi was the first performer that I heard, you know, that he was performing, and I heard the crowd. And then my people came back to the dressing room. Yo, bro, you know, say we sell out to people there outside, they can't come in. Wow. I'm like, but where did they come from? You know, our people like to come to the gate, yeah, come to the gate, yeah. So they always make you panic. You're never sure till the show is done. So that was a great show, you know. And I that was a relief. So I kind of like appreciated the fact that I was nervous, you know, because to crown it all, I felt like, yo, I've made it, you know. So coming on stage with bringing all these artists coming on board, that was epic, you know. And it goes in the books for Ghana, not just me.
Absolutely,
you know? Yeah.
Absolutely. But then, you know, you touched on the fact that, you know, we didn't really promote it, we didn't really celebrate it. Do you feel as Ghanaians that we're so conservative, we're so like in our own shell, we don't really, because even when I do the Google Awards, I find that there's so many Ghanaians that are doing so many positive things.
Yeah.
You just want to celebrate them, but they sometimes, even when you contact them, they don't really want to be known.
Yeah.
How do we break that bond, that barrier? How do we break it?
Actually, this Gooba, let me, I know you're going to come to that, but I had so much fun. And exactly what you said, I sat down looking at all these people. I'm like, oh, these people are from Ghana doing these big things. If not for your platform, I wouldn't know it. You know, so stuff like what you're doing should be our daily life. It shouldn't just be an award show. It should be how we are. So, like, if you take what happened with our brother Shatta Wale when Beyonce featured, people don't understand. So Ghanaians naturally feel like it has to be fake when I like it. You see, that is the state of mind we have been in for a very long time, because we're built that how can you be, so what is it, so-called everything is competition. So how can Dentaa be happy for another person who is doing another awards? If it's dope and you like it, you have to feel free.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you my point of view of how I saw that. I just didn't see Shatta Wale winning. I was actually in London, having meetings with people trying to like seal this deal. And they're white people. I could see they didn't really get to this whole Afrobeat thing. And that same week, Beyonce drops that project. So I was thinking more about me, because that move right there would get me through that contract. Exactly. So, and guess what? That same week, I was able to see that because the people were like, no, they wouldn't say it's because of that, but I know
It's
even Beyonce is featuring,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So that is where my state of mind was at that point. That's why I supported. But Ghanaians are not used to that, so some people get scared. Right? Oh, he's going too far. Like he's doing. Then you lose out because there are opportunities that you can look at. You know, Guba is doing well. So what can you do next? Can you tap into that? You know, that's been our problem, and I think over time. I don't know how it's going to change because it's a lot of people, like it's the masses, you know, and the mindset, you know, we have to hold on to it. You know, when Shatta got nominated, that's the same feeling I had. Because what happens is the Lion King album, if we don't push it, especially as Ghanaians, right? What is happening is if Beyonce doesn't get the response that she wants from us, and we are trying to sabotage it or try to like discredit the fact that it's a huge moment. It's not going to happen again. So that means if Beyonce, the one, the queen, failed
with this album,
then nobody else is coming to do any collaboration. So if you don't see it from that point, and you are trying to hide like, oh, you don't see it, or you don't want to promote it, if it doesn't go, you are losing as well. You know, so until we get to, it's an emotional thing we need to build. Emotionally, we need to be strong. We need to see things differently so that we can be more confident in ourselves so that we don't feel intimidated by stuff too much, you know.
It's just going back to what you said, is that even the Apollo, you felt like, what does this guy see in me, like that I can actually fill up the space? You had doubt, you had fear that you couldn't do this, but actually he saw something in you that thought, actually Sarkodie can do this, and you did.
Exactly.
And so I think that that's something that us as Ghanaians, we really need to break, because the Nigerians, they're just like, yeah, they'll do it.
One thing I studied about them is not to take away the fact that they don't criticize their artists. They're actually way harsh than we are, but the agenda is one. So we could criticize, but Ghana should be first. I'm not saying when Sarkodie messes up, you're going to cover it up because it's Sarkodie. We talk, but it's one thing in the head. The agenda is Ghana. You know, that's what I do actually. I don't hate Nigerians. I do songs with Nigerians. You know, when they come to Ghana, they come home and all that. But my top priority, which I can't hide that, is if you give me like a scenario where I can promise or a kiddie or whoever is doing something here, I don't want to mention name, but anybody else who's not from Ghana doing something here,
you would rather
I'll choose this, you know.
And I like that about you, and I think you always support the underground, the talent. And I just heard one of your songs today with, is it Kweku Smoke? Yeah. Which, you didn't have to. You didn't have to feature because he's coming up. But then you felt that actually this guy's got talent.
Yeah, very good. He's a very good artist.
So why do you feel the passion to really support the underground? Do you feel like when you were starting up, it was difficult?
Yes, I've been there before. So just looking at them, I knew there was a time where I just wish a Brafo could just even say
one word.
Just one word, in the beginning of a song for me. So I know that feeling, and I know that what that can do. Just you saying something on the song, I know what that can do for the artist. There's two ways. There's an advantage to it, as in you can blow up, real quick, and the disadvantage is maybe it's too much of a big start too. So it's both. Yeah, exactly.
I guess it depends on the artist.
Exactly how you're going to use that. So I could just give you the stepping stone, but you need to. I think there was a phrase I actually liked for a very long time. They say, "Who you know push you in the game, but what you know determines how long you stay in the game."
Absolutely.
So I could be the one to do the verse for you to come in, but what you've learned over the years as a person can let you go. So it's just mainly, I know that the artists, the underground artists, if they're good and they get a little push, they can take it to the next level, and that's mainly why I like to do that.
But then, okay, so I know we're going to go for a commercial break, but quickly, last question. So when you were starting out, did you contact the likes of Obrafo and the likes, and what did they say?
And he actually doesn't know that story.
He doesn't know that story?
Obviously, probably there'll be like thousands of people that were calling him, But I think his niece was in my school at Chimota Preparatory, so I think I got the number from the niece, Amma. And I went back home. I stole my grandma's phone. Way back they used to cover, and then he used a knife. So I dialed, called Obrafo, and I think he picked, and he asked my name. That time I wasn't Sarkodie, I was using a different name.
What name were you using?
I don't remember, but definitely a very funny name. And I think he said he was traveling. When he gets back, we'll link up, I think, from that day. But I understand. Now that I'm Sarkodie, I get why these things happen. There's a lot of pressure on you. And God doesn't make everybody just get a chance like that. If it's going to happen, then something will happen, yeah.
Well, we're going to go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Guba Card welcomes you to the land of gold, Ghana. The Guba Card is a unique loyalty card which gives you the opportunity to enjoy discounts of up to 40% on goods and services. You enjoy discounts of the best of hotels, amazing restaurants, beauty lounges, spas, health centers, fashion houses and shopping centers in Ghana. The Guba card can also be used as a prepaid Visa card with Access Bank, our partners, offering you conveniences on all payment platforms. Applications is safe, secure and valuable. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0245 156 705. Visit www.gubadiaspora.com. Guba Card, the best discount card in Ghana.
Imperial Homes Ghana and Great Britain has carved a niche for itself within the real estate industry as the premier provider of luxury homes in Ghana and England, with a mission to provide safe, good value, modern housing and personalized estate management services to its clients and customers. All our homes meet the Lifetime Home Standard, as well as the highest standards of engineering excellence, safety, environmental sustainability, and cost efficiency. Imperial Homes, a signature of luxury.
No fee on mobile money transfers to Ghana. And guess what? When you use the code Dentaa, you get £5 bonus. Use it now. Tap, tap, and send. Welcome back from that short commercial break. I'm still joined by our number one king, Sarkodie. Do people say that has anyone ever said to you that you're arrogant?
Yeah.
Sarkodie he's too no, Sarkodie is this. Why do you think people say that?
I've thought about it. I think generally how I look, how God created my face. So when I had my daughter is when I realized what people were talking about, because I don't look at myself when I'm walking, but I look at my daughter and I know, because I know her, I know how happy, how fun she is. Yeah. But when you don't know my daughter and you see her, you feel like she's not in the mood, So I think I give off that vibe. Okay. But I can't really do anything about it. If I have to act otherwise, I have to be pretending each and every day. So, because normally it's me, my sister. Yeah, I think me and my sister. So we are two. We have that same look.
Really?
We look like always serious. Okay. Like a straight face and all that. So when you see that, we interpret that differently, especially from this part of the world that we are coming from. Sure. That doesn't work. But naturally as a person, my actions doesn't,
communicate the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. So when people meet me, maybe I do stuff for them and then they're like, oh, I never knew, you're like this and you're like that. I'm like, but the thing is, the funny thing is, the more they say it, it gets worse, because now I feel like I have to pretend. And then that's one thing I hate in my life, trying to pretend. I really don't like to pretend. Yeah. So when I don't pretend, then it becomes even worse.
It's true.
Yeah, but I think it's generally my whole vibe, and then my face, and that's it.
Some people say you're very expensive.
And then another thing is, I think as a people, especially let me say Ghana, we really, I said it, but I need to say it again, we really need to build our confidence level. Okay. We really, really need to build our confidence level. If you don't do that, that's when everything offends you. It's true. When somebody has a say, you feel like the person is arrogant.
Against you.
Exactly. Yeah. My daughter is like 3 years and she tells me what she wants to tell me. Obviously, if it's very wrong, I need to come in. But there are things that I need to listen to what she's saying, because she says she doesn't want to do this. Yeah. You can't force her. Yeah. My friend is there. You want her to come and laugh and play with your friend. It's not by force. Yes. And that doesn't mean she doesn't respect. She's not in the mood. So I need to respect that. Yeah. But I think for us, we have a problem with that. And until we build, that's when it builds that whole thing, the hate, the whole, you need to build confidence so that, like me, there's no way I'll be offended because a young artist passed by me and didn't say hi. Like, it's not going to be an issue for me. Maybe sometimes that's my problem, because I feel like the way I would react to anything, you should react the same way. Because I would never have a problem with Dentaa telling me that she came to Ghana and she couldn't link up. It could be a lot of reasons. You know, but we tend to find, you know, that very harsh. You know, when we don't get a certain reception from people, you know, which we need to. I think my confidence also plays part, because I'm somebody that there's difference, because I don't force anybody to do anything. Not my wife, nobody. Whatever they want to do, I can come in, tell you my mind or what I think about it, but I don't force anyone around me, because I don't believe in that. Because people see things that you don't see, you know. So when they say it and you don't understand, you could say, okay, for me, I don't think I agree with this. If he or she wants to take it, that's okay. Fine. But with us, it has to be when we say it. Yeah. So when they say, Sark, we want you to do this show, we have this, and I think about stuff that what you're telling me wouldn't work, and I say no. I'm not saying no because I'm mad at you. Like when you say no to a Ghanaian, it's like
they feel offended. Like it's
it's like harsh. Like, why are you saying no? That's been my problem over the years. You know, I respect you. Like, listen, I can bow down, I can do anything for you. But what you're saying now, like this point you're saying now, I don't agree with it. That's the problem. It's you know, true. So that's the power struggle. But at the same time, I don't want to lose myself trying to please everybody. Sure. You know, so because the bottom line is, I know within me that if you say I am arrogant, I know I'm not. So that's why it doesn't bother me. That's why I don't try to address it. That's why I don't try to change anything. You know, because mostly they tend to like those who are pretending, and then they get hurt at the end because the people are not telling them the truth. That's why the people that lead them most are the ones who hand them money. The ones that, so you take the politicians, you take even now the pastors, you know, because we like that. You know, somebody, but they're trying to control you. I don't want to control anybody, so I come off as, oh, guy, I don't saw you know. But somebody actually with an evil agenda could be pretending and then showing you love and doing this, and because they're trying to find their way, they do all those things so that they can suppress. But I don't believe it. I believe in everybody feeling free. I believe in people being empowered on their own so that I can actually be free. It's true. You know, because if you don't empower people, then you tend to suffer at the end. That route doesn't make sense, unfortunately, where I'm from. You know. But long story short, I'm not arrogant.
I personally know you're not arrogant, because I've known you for many years, and Sarkodie is one of the most nicest person that you can ever come across. And you're humble. Like you're funny. People don't understand, but when you do come in contact
so you know what you just said right now about me being funny. So I had a conversation with Coded Forex, and he said these things like very interestingly. And thinking about it, I was like, but that also comes back to me pretending, because he said, Sark, when we're with you, see the way you are right now. The people want to see that. And I'm like, so what situation is going to make me do that? So now my fans, so because I tried doing Facebook Live one time, I had people calling me, Sark, don't try it again, because it doesn't, like it's just not me. You get it? Like even texting back and forth, I don't do that. Doing video call, I like to call you. No, I don't. I know, right? I want to call you so that we talk. You get it? That's me, you know. That's so true. There's certain things that don't really work with me. It's true. And
because in WhatsApp, Sarkodie.
Yes, I know.
And sometimes it's like a week, and then Sark is like, "Oh, D of life," and I'm like, "No, it's not about D of life."
Listen, this thing you're doing, Mama, see, my lawyer is going to be so happy. This punchline you just dropped. So just all that, you know. And then he was saying that the people want to see this side of you that they don't see. That means the team need to find a way. But how he's putting it, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like if I let me say I go to the club and then I start fooling around. Like I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like you could bring this side of me when the third party is there.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. But I can't just come.
You can't do it.
Exactly.
It's like you're a stand-up comedian or something.
like I like Funny Face, right? Because Funny Face is in that state of mind almost every day. I don't know how he does that, because I don't know if it comes with a job or as a person. I think
that's him.
That's him. Yeah. He's always been like that, you know. But I'm not like that. I want to be comfortable. Then I just let go and I feel free.
It's true. And we touched on your daughter.
Yes.
Daddy, 3 years ago, you had a baby. And what was the experience like? Going through the journey with your wife being pregnant, and obviously you were still busy doing your thing, but how was that?
I was actually on the road. I was in London. I think that was the same time I did the Indigo.
Oh, was it around the same time? Okay.
I think, yeah. Right after that, I went to Milton Keynes for an appearance, came back, and then I flew straight to ATL where the mom was. Wifey, Tracy Success.
Yes.
So got there, spent time with them on stage through, actually did a couple of shows in the States while I was there.
Okay.
And then when, I think she was, how do people put it? They go beyond.
Oh, so she was overdue. She was,
yes.
Yeah, she was overdue.
So I think that was like 2 weeks or a week or 2 weeks. And I was like, and they said we should walk. And so late in the night, it's cold in ATL, we take strolls, nothing is happening. And then I think it was one Sunday, we said, yo, let's just go straight to the hospital ourselves. You know, I think we took the bags, everything, we went there. They said she should be admitted.
Yeah.
I stayed there. There was a bed right there. So if she needs anything, I go back to where we were, pick it up and come back. And, you know, I know you can relate to that, right? So, but it was a good experience. I love children, I love kids. So I was just eager to see mine for the first time. You know,
so you were there through the delivery?
Yeah, through everything.
You held her hand, she was screaming.
Yes, put her on the mom. You know, she was crying, you know. It was a good
Did your respect for women change at that point?
Yes. No, not just that point. Through the process.
Through the process. Wow.
Yeah, through the whole process. I was like, yo, I thank God.
That I'm a man.
I thank God. Because you see, what God has given to us, luckily for us, we could share with you guys. But this one, you have to carry it alone.
It's true. Absolutely.
You know, because with men, we need to provide, which the female can also provide.
Yeah.
But this is the only thing that,
it's true.
you know, we can share. And then you have to go through that on your own, which is like really, really tough. So yeah, definitely that changed, you know, my view on women. And now I understand when I was being stubborn and mommy was, you know, very mad. I could get it, you know, for her to go through all that, you know. So I really, really appreciated the whole thing.
And how's the stages of fatherhood, and how are you feeling? As you know, sometimes you have to go away and you feel bad. I'm sure, I don't know whether you've been there for every birthday, but sometimes, you know, you might miss one, you're just feeling guilty, and they make you feel a little bit guilty as well.
Yeah.
How has that been?
I think till now, but actually it was very intense in the beginning. I was so into my daughter that, so first thing that happened to me was nothing was serious from that day. Really? But her.
Wow.
So like way back, before she came, I'll be there, I'll be like nervous, I'm trying to, you know, we need to go here, we need to do this meeting. Like if you call me in London, there's something, I'll just move. Like here, I'll just go. But now it's like, and the fans, actually. I used to care about the fans. I still care, I care now. Yeah. But when she came in, I took a break from that. I really didn't. If I go on Twitter and the fans are saying we need music, I'm like, let's see if people don't know what's happening. Like, I'm really enjoying life. Yeah. And it nearly actually got to me in a negative way. Really? Because I really seriously did not care about anything. Wow. Like, genuinely, I don't care. Like, whether you win an award, you don't care anymore. Like, those things I used to think about, like, you want to go for the BET, everything stopped. Wow. Everything stopped. And then, so, I think it took me like a year or two, like 2 years, to now go like, listen, this same girl has to be proud of daddy. Exactly. You know, so you can't just let everything go just because of her. But that's the same thing that you have to say, I saw daddy doing this, daddy did this, so I need to move. But it's still hard to date if I have to like travel and be somewhere. And in the beginning, I was the only, even to date, I'm literally like the only one who can really get her to do stuff, you know. So when I move,
listen, the dad's power is something else. They don't listen to us, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that happens, but there's nothing that should take serious from the mom. They
don't listen to us. The dad would just do, and they're like, okay, they just change whatever it is. That
so even when I'm out there, I'm on
phone and then
call, instructing.
I don't know what it is that God gave you guys, but they definitely listen to their dads,
especially with the female.
Absolutely. I think they take advantage of us, and I think we have more emotions and we get emotional about it, and so we give them another try. Whereas the dad will be like, no, this is it. So plans for more children?
Yeah, I would want to have more.
How many more? Are you going to beat Mama C, 6?
That's too much. But that wouldn't be bad, because I love kids. So
I know you do.
I love kids. So if there are lots, it's just that it also comes with a lot. I need to be ready for all that. You know? Actually, the funny calculation I did was, there is no way I'm going to buy a van. I'll always drive an SUV. So I would definitely, the max I need is 5.
5,
you know, so,
okay.
What makes sense at this point is 3, because
wifey at the front and the 3 at the back.
You know, so if I have to read, that would be good.
Okay.
Yes.
Any preference, or you don't mind 3 girls, or you really want a boy?
Yeah, a boy. Yes. Now I wish the boy was like the first.
Okay.
And the girls could follow. Maybe 2 girls.
Just to kind of protect the girls.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, so, but now I don't think it's gonna work. So, yeah, maybe a boy.
2 boys, or another girl?
Another girl.
Another girl.
Yeah.
You know, girls love their dads,
Yes.
right? And so I think another girl would be good,
Yes.
and then the boy in the middle.
Yes.
In between them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wifey agrees. She'll be happy to have.
She makes her mind today and tomorrow.
It's changed.
She'll change it. So I'm waiting for the new update. You know? At this point, she's cool with the 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like to listen to her, because she will be doing most of the work. You know? So when she is complaining about stuff, as much as I want it, I also think about the fact that I will leave. You know, I'll go, and then she has to deal with that.
It's
so
true.
I go for that side. I give it to her to like.
To
Are
handle.
you okay? So what I do is I slide it in, like trying to test the waters. So are you sure you don't want any? I'm like, but what I notice is, I don't know if it's the same with you, but right after Titi, she was like, no, baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like right after, like, I'm not going through this again.
Yeah.
And then from nowhere, I want it.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it's you forget what you went through.
Okay, that's what she said.
Yeah, you forget what you went through, and so that's how I ended up with my 4. You know, so, and then Dad was like, you know, on a day where is done, but then it just happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I think 3. It would be nice to have, you know, a little Sarkodie Junior.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Well, we are going to go for a commercial break. We'll be right back. Gooba Card welcomes you to the land of gold, Ghana. The Gooba Card is a unique loyalty card which gives you the opportunity to enjoy discounts of up to 40% on goods and services. You enjoy discounts of the best of hotels, amazing restaurants, beauty lounges, spas, health centers, fashion houses, and shopping centers in Ghana. The Gooba card can also be used as a prepaid Visa card with Access Bank, our partners, offering you conveniences on all payment platforms. Applications is safe, secure, and valuable. Call us or WhatsApp us on 0245 156 705. Visit www.goobadiaspora.com. Gooba Card, the best discount card in Ghana.
Imperial Homes Ghana and Great Britain has carved a niche for itself within the real estate industry as the premier provider of luxury homes in Ghana and England, with a mission to provide safe, good value, modern housing and personalized estate management services to its clients and customers. All our homes meet the Lifetime Home Standard, as well as the highest standards of engineering excellence, safety, environmental sustainability, and cost efficiency. Imperial Homes, a signature of luxury.
Tap send app a wobetumi atwe agu phone so na wo ba bia wo Europe a wotumi send sika ko Ghana ekoma wadofo ententem hona na se omo moji sika no so mo MTN so Vodafone Tigo ana se Airtel so a omo benya sika ne ententem hona na de wo mu kra ne se fees bia anka ho won't you fees bia and exchange rate no so was sure kama or iPhone and I say or Android that you obey and say obeko app store no wa hwehwe tap send me say tap na send it.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. I'm still joined by Sarkodie, and I want to delve into your lyrics. How do you stay so consistent and just every day your lyrics is just different every single time? Do you meditate?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do that. I don't think I have the right answer for it.
Okay.
You know, I got to see that dancing was a big deal until I saw people who couldn't dance. You know? And I wanted to understand why they couldn't dance. It's just listen to the melody and just dance. You know, as simple as I said it, because I can't be in that.
True. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the same thing with me. Like with rap, it's something I like. So I don't know how it is like not to be able to rap. So I have no idea. When they ask the question, I'm like, yeah, you just rap. When things come, you just say it. You know, but if I look at the technical bit of it, I'm a good listener because I don't, as they say, I don't socialize too much. I like to sit down and just watch people, observe a lot. So I get content from you guys that you might not even know about.
Wow.
Loads of songs I've done came from the people. Somebody would just say something so funny, but they don't find it funny. But I find it funny, and then I will use it. You know, like my new song "Bleeding" is by a good friend you know, from way back. He saw me buying Gary, granules, and sugar. He was hiding them upstairs somewhere. I think he saw me, and then he screamed, "Ooh, bleedy!" And then I wanted to hide the Gary, so quickly I went to the house, dropped it there. Then he dropped down, met me back, and said, "Hey." I don't know. Obviously, who they're not on. I said, "Oh, but why? Me, my mommy says, hey, who bleedy?" So at that point, he was driving, and he say, "Must I bleedy? Maybe feel it." So you know, he might be watching. I don't want to say things change, but at this point, he's still funny. You know, he came to my place, came to my house. I was sitting there. Then he's doing that. So when I saw him, I wanted to say, "Mimi bleedy." He said, "Oh, Fred, me bleed." I said, "Is that who feeling? Mimi bleedy." So like something simple like that, but to me it's so like deep. Then I use that to do music. Okay. So there's a whole lot. Like you just listen to people, you observe, and then at this point where I can't really move too much, it's also very bad because you need to meet people. You know, those vibes come from you guys. You know, sometimes it'd be street hawkers who say something very funny, and then I would just use that. Yeah.
And then, so when you pick it up, do you have to be in a quiet room? Do you have to go in the forest? Like, what are you doing? How are you getting the rest of the lyrics?
The music comes. You don't chase it. You know. So if God says, "I'm not giving you nothing this year," there's nothing you can do. I'm talking about true musicians. It comes. You know. If sometimes you're driving. I remember when I wrote the song "Glory." I had to park. I was driving around Nungwa, and the first line came. And it was so good that if I continue driving, I'll miss it. So I had to park by the roadside. Okay. It was there for almost close to like 30 minutes just to get. And what I do is I'll get the first 4 lines or 6. Very dope. If the first 4 is dope, everything else will follow. And sometimes I use what I call my sidekicks. So I have people who
your
like a sidekick.
Okay.
Like I use that term to label them as in people who really are into you so much. But it could be like part of the team or like a friend. Way back, it changes. You lose people while you're growing. So, but now I have my camera guy, and he loves everything I do. So when I'll be writing, he'll be like. Then when I get that, it's like how the people will react when the song comes out. So that's what I use. And then, so there's a whole lot of things that happen. But one thing I can do is sit down today and say today I want to write this. It wouldn't come.
Happen.
Yeah, it would just have. It would come from somewhere. Yeah, it's a bit spiritual.
Really.
Yeah.
Into like if I was to tell you, do something right now, it's not going to happen.
No, it could happen. No, you could force yourself to do stuff. There are songs that I know I force myself to do. But I always know that there are certain songs that the peak it got to, like a song like Adonai.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yes, I wrote it in Nungwa, also by the beach. How it came, you can't create that again. Like it just happens. It was supposed to come through the world. You're lucky that God chose your mouth.
Yeah.
For it to come through it, you know. So these things, it can come. You could freestyle, you could do whatever, that can blow as well. That's also something that's happening you have no control over. It's hard to really explain it.
Yeah.
There are songs that that's why I hate doing campaign songs, because that one I'm too they've told you this is what you have to say.
Yeah.
That one I need to use my manpower, and then I'll have to force myself. But then I'll be there, and then I'll do a song that will suit Dentaa. Actually, funny enough, I have a song that has your name in it. No, but how I used it, you might be teased.
Oh!
Yeah, actually, I didn't think about it. Actually, yeah.
Did you guys hear that? Like, Sarkodie has used my name, Dentaa, in his song.
Yeah.
So see, me level across
And the funny thing is, the name came because of the rhyme that I was looking for.
Really?
But then Dentaa had to be like the one that would rhyme, and then so that would be like, okay, if that was a good song, like
no, whoa, let's talk about the song. Let's talk about the song. Wait, so where in the song did my name come out?
What did I even say?
Hey, Pacho Kai, please.
Actually,
remember.
that song was a vibe. It was a freestyle.
Okay.
So what I was doing was I was in the booth. The beat is playing. I'll say 4 lines off head. I'll pause, listen to it, say another 2 or 4 or 1.
Okay.
And then Mr. Gabia Michelle and offending Dentaa. But the crowd not Dentaa, no show pen and Abia.
So
But it's still a good song. It's a very, very dope song.
You're somebody that thinks about brand. I called Sarkodie yesterday and I was like, Sark, I want you to do X, Y, G. It's like, Dentaa, the brand. I'm like, oh my goodness, this brand. And that's one thing I think that's also it's helped you to get to where you are, is that you've maintained that brand. And image is everything.
Yeah.
And I commend you for that. I think it's something that you've really, and everybody knows the brand. Yeah. You know, when the brand is up there, everybody knows that, it's a good brand. We've come to the end of the show. Yeah, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yeah, but I need to ask you, a lot of people think some people think you're Ga because, you know, you rep Tema, but I know you're Ashanti. Yes. Are you from Jaso? Where are you from? But you know I'm from Jaso.
Jaso.
You know I was born in Jaso.
Wow.
Are you seriously from Jaso? Like, we need to sit down, you know, because there could, and let's go through the family history, because I think,
True, because if your face, you have it.
You have the face too.
So recently I went there. That's like a great place.
Yeah, and you know, Bo's from there.
Yeah, so Bo, he wants me to actually
do some stuff for him. Yeah, I think we need to look at the family tree and just
see if there's any.
And Bullet's from there.
Yes.
Yeah. Sark, man, you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Keep up the amazing work. Keep being you. Next Guba, you have to be there. And I just love the way that I was like, Sark, can you come to Guba? And you were like, yeah, why not? Let's make it happen. And we were on the same flight to London, and then you made it happen. Thank you so much for coming to the awards. Honestly, you made it even more special than what it was. But guys, I hope that you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've enjoyed Sarkodie and you've learned loads more about him. I will see you next time. Same place, same time. God bless.